Woyoy! This is as close to what a perfect weekend in football can look like. This is about a 9 out of 10 weekend in football. If you're an Arsenal fan, football won this weekend. The reason I say 9 out of 10, a perfect 10 out of 10 would have been if Spurs lost. And it almost happened. Wolves almost had it. Almost had it. The last kick of the damn game. Paulinia. That could have been a perfect weekend. Little boys of Manchester got fist up. Liverpool lost. Chelsea lost. Every one of them, every single one of them on their knees today, this morning, last night, wherever you were watching from, praying for us to lose. Yeah? And for what? 80-something minutes? They almost had their wish. They almost had their wish for a large part of today. And bang, our captain, Big Gabriel Magalhaes, had other plans. They said, nah, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. Like Mateo said, we're smoking the Newcastle starter pack. Absolute matter. It's a lot to unpack, but it almost was a damn perfect weekend of football. Love it, love it, love it. Guna SC, what you saying? Hey, man, I hope you are good, bro. Boom, bang, boosh, bosh, boosh, boosh, bosh. W, that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying, Darren Martin. Big man in the business. Bluebird here. Alvin saying, what's up? Yes, sir. Bluebird, Arteta deserves a capital A on his name to the A. Speak on it. So you know what? I noticed that's the difference, Darren. Notice the difference, my brother. Like when we win, we're all happy. Everybody's happy when we win. But when we lose, we're the only one that's upset. You ever notice that? The rest of them fuckers find excuses. Yeah? AFC said, big up, massive 3 points, but this Newcastle result means nothing if we don't beat West Ham next week. Yeah. And it snowballs, yeah? And I hope this is like a springboard, a catalyst that's going to lead us into, it absolutely don't mean nothing. So I don't even care, AFC always. Even with the manager bounce and all that there, Nuno coming in, don't care. 3 points. Matter of fact, I was on Shane with the pan cam with Shane, and I told him I'm looking at the next 5 fixtures, my brother, and I'm saying I see 15 points. Declan, speak on it, AFC always. Speak on it. He looks like this is where I want to be. I want to be here destroying and making a whole lot of noise. This is what I want to be doing. So big him up, big up Declan. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. There's a lot to get into us. Big up every single one of you locked in. Oh goddamn, Yaga Peter snuck backstage and ain't tell nobody. She snuck backstage and you ain't. What you saying to us, bro? How was First of all, did you catch the game for a minute 1:90?
I didn't finish the game. I even missed Gabriel goal.
What?
But, yes, I did. I ran to do something real quick, and I didn't even see how long we had in the game. But then when I came back, I was going crazy in the yard. So,
you know what? I didn't even celebrate. I just sat there like, I felt relieved instead of, because I didn't even celebrate the equalize. I'm sitting there like these fuckers. These fuckers, man. But then I see 8 minutes go up on the board. I'm like, okay, we got a chance.
Definitely.
It was 8 minutes and we got a chance. But like from the bit that you did catch, first half, going down the goal, the lineup, the overall thoughts on the game.
So I think there was a little bit of unbalance. We'll say from the referee. The calls were not. I'm not talking about no PK call or anything like that. Just throughout the game. Some calls he gonna make for Newcastle and won't do the same for Arsenal. Same type of play. And I'm not even talking about big calls or like critical calls or anything like that. But just that little thing to control the game I think he had a little bit of issue with that. But overall, some events like he allowed them to play. Like it's a physical game. It knew to be a physical game.
Mm.
But just when them calls need to be made to make that stop. Hey guys, we're not gonna go this hard or whatever. But I think he was lacking that at some point.
Did you think that was a pen?
Which one?
The one that they gave and then took back?
The one he gave and took back. I mean, there was a bit of contact after he touched the ball. After the goalkeeper touched the ball, there was still a lot more contact that could possibly bring the attacker down. So if they disqualify the PK just because of that little touch that he had on the ball, he put a lot more contact onto Victor that could have brought him down. So I think definitely it could have been something, but that's dead and gone.
Bro, it was a pen for me. And here's what annoys me, right? They say, oh, he touched the ball and the ball, he made contact with the ball. I'm like, okay, fair. But you can make contact with the ball and then proceed to foul someone. It can happen.
Right.
Things aren't mutually exclusive. But what really annoyed me about it, bro, is that man is on the pitch. It's your decision to make. You made his decision. And then he stood there and the commentary was telling us what the VAR was saying. So it's like they were trying to talk him into going over there. And then he goes over there and I'm like, bro, the referees that are on VAR are not more qualified than you as a referee. So if you saw what you saw, and it's layered for me because one, he let them talk him out of the damn shit, talk about his decision, and two, VAR is meant to be there to correct clear and obvious errors. I did not see a clear and obvious error. There was contact in the box. You called penalty. Clear and obvious error. You thought there was contact, and then you go back and there is none. You know what I mean? So I was so annoyed, but I'm glad. I think it did affect us in the first half, to be fair, because as good as moving the ball in patterns of play, there was a point in the game where they're like, damn, the wind kind of went out of them for a little bit. But I did think that was a pen, man. And I know Arsenal fans are very reluctant to make excuses because the entire fan base gets, painted with excuses. But that was a pen for me. This is the same shit he got sent off for last week at Old Trafford.
Exactly the same thing. So that's all I'm saying though, with the referee not controlling the game right? And for me, it's why I'm not a fan of VAR. I've never been a fan of it in the group chat. I always say it's a downgrade to the sport, right? We have referees on the field for a reason. At one point in the Champions League, what they did was to put an extra referee on the touchline.
Yeah.
By the goalie. So all VAR is doing now is making referees lazy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't see if somebody will see it. We can go and watch the video.
Yeah.
There's positioning for a reason. The ball has to be between the referee and the play. So if he's not there to see it, somebody is turning the camera to a different angle, and you're using one aspect of the rule to judge a game. It's totally unfair to a team. I think it has really made the game slow and kind of take the love out of it.
Yeah, bro. Like the first half, I was sitting there like, how are we not up? Because we watch enough football, we play enough football to know you get three chances. As they had two on target, Pope saved them both. Trossard had a chance to put one in. He hits the damn post. And this is what I hate about Trossard, because when Trossard comes on as a sub, he scores that. Yeah. Substitute version of Trossard makes the right decision. Why are you going near post when you have 80% of the goals to aim at? He's going near post. I was so annoyed at that. And then in the 33rd minute, bang. So said, so done. I knew we were going to waste our chances, and they were going to score theirs.
Yeah. After so many missed, I just knew I'm just waiting for Newcastle to score at this point.
Yeah.
Because, you can see that they're trying to bring that old school physical game to it. And why did Jolinton not get a yellow card in the first few minutes of the game?
Because they're at home. If it's at the Emirates, he gets a yellow card for that.
Man,
what he was doing is he was trying to set the tone for the game. He was coming out trying to set the tone, kick the shit out of Saka. I'm like, bro, I know you're not even fully match fit, but you're in for a game today, and I'm gonna kick the shit out of you. And that's what he did. He was kicking the shit out of him. you know. And but Gabriel though, even though Gabriel was my man of the match, he wasn't at fault for that goal, bro.
He was definitely at fault.
He has
It's
to
the
be.
same thing.
He
It's
has
the
to be.
same thing. I tried to tell Weaver in the chat, like, yo, chill out. That is not a push. He knew that he was off already, and there's no way he was going to get up to get that ball. And then he just went down. I was so annoyed, bro.
I was annoyed at him not only for that, because what he almost got himself sent off, you know, when he
Yeah.
went like Wahaha is saying here. He said Gabriel, he went down there and punched the shit out of that German boy. Yeah. Matter of fact, I think if that German boy flops to the floor and holds his face and then go review it, he's in trouble.
Hmm.
You know, but
Yeah.
he didn't. I'm like Gabriel because he got completely rattled and completely lost, and I was like, bro, come on, man. What you thought? How'd you think Glock 9 performed today?
So I won't give him a whole lot. I still won't take a whole lot from him because it's Newcastle. Um, that defense was set to get to him,
Yeah,
but I definitely think like he could have made a way for certain things. He did have an opening, you know, like why did he even try to cut that ball back? What's up with that one time shoot?
yeah. I think he was good in the first half. In the second half, I didn't see too much from
It
him.
was a second half. It was a second half play. He had a defender on his left side.
Mm,
Is he left footer or right footer? Or he do both? I'm not even sure. Because I thought he was right footed,
mm.
right?
He is right footed, but like Darren, I think that's why when they went over there and looked at it, they didn't give it because the contact from Nick Pope didn't warrant that kind of dive, but the contact was made. Like it's the same thing that Sanchez got sent off the field for last week at Old Trafford um versus Man United. But yeah, he did make a meal of the dive, but there was contact, and I didn't see a clear and obvious error. Is what I'm saying. You know, it's less sus than that Cunha no call in week one. Come on now, you're pushing it. Big up to Ozzy, bro. Hope you are good, Ozzy. Eze, man, what you think of Eze today? North Star boy.
I mean, he's always top.
Yeah.
I won't take too much for him. Is what? That's his first time starting in the number 10,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
First time starting as a number 10 for Arsenal. Um, it's going to take him time to get settled in there.
yeah,
I'm not
man.
saying I'm not saying he's new or anything like that, but it's just being in that role and understanding how a player goes and stuff like that. I didn't see too much error from him, I would say.
I wish he
But
scored. Yes, man. The touch to take it out of the air to get clean contact, but I wish he had scored it. I was looking for the net to bulge. I'm like, shit, man, that would have
yeah,
really put the suit on. That was
oh,
the case. But the lineup I was calm with. I knew that was going to be the. No, I'm lying. I actually thought he was going to start Moreno in the midfield and actually start Eze on the left wing. But the Trossard one was a shocker. I didn't think he was going to start Trossard. I do not like when he starts, but when he starts for some reason, I don't
yeah.
know what goes through his head. He makes bad decisions sometimes when he starts.
He's
You
not.
know.
He's not as much as I love Trossard. He's not a starter for me.
Yeah.
I would rather take him coming on and same thing with Martinelli running up on tire leg.
Mm,
He Trossard built this angle of coming on late and stuff like that. But he produces more. You know what I mean? He produces more coming off the bench, and that's why certain players deserve to come off the bench. It's not the fact that they are not good enough. It's
yeah.
just the simple fact that you are more resourceful coming off the bench, and
Yeah.
that's just what we need.
Yeah.
Martinelli, too, I don't think he deserves starting, but
Yeah, you know what? I could tell that Saka isn't fully fit. He ain't all there. He did get some change out of Dan Burn today, and this is what I was thinking they was gonna do. Make sure because we can't play aerial football with these men. They're big, bro. Like Dan Burn is 6'6", 6'7". they got like two other center backs that's like 6'4". As long as the ball is in the air, and I didn't want to see us be whipping in a whole bunch of crosses. And when Saka was getting by him a couple of times, and I could appreciate that, but you can tell that Saka wasn't really 100% fit. He got 70 minutes in the legs today, so hopefully, he gets, full match fitness by it, because we need to go on a run, bro. We need to go on a run. Next week, I'm expecting 3 points against West Ham. I don't care about new manager bounce with Nuno, none of that stuff. I'm expecting 3 points, because next week this time, God forbid Chelsea decide to play football and keep 11 men on the pitch. They got Liverpool. They might be able to do something about Liverpool. But yeah, we have to go on a run. Or this performance today would have been like the Real Madrid performance. We had a big win, big away win, and then didn't proceed to turn it into something more than just 3 points and a good away win at St. James's Park. But the subs. Talk to me about the subs, because when we went, I predicted 2-1 going in the game. Still, right? I predicted 2-1. I didn't think all 3 goals was gonna come from headers and shit. I didn't think we were gonna lose, but when the clock hit 80 minutes and we're still down 1-0, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't too confident. But big up to Arteta. He made the right subs, pulled the right strings. Moreno came on and did the business, eh?
So that's what we're saying. Certain players are made to come off the bench. I'm okay with Moreno coming on doing that, right? It was the other way around. Moreno starting. I don't think we would have kept as much possession. I think we will have a lot more pressure upon us, because we're going to be sitting back a lot more deeper. Our problem was breaking down Newcastle defense, because they were sitting back and trying to use some form of counter tactics to get behind us. But it is what it is. But for some reason, I still don't believe in Manuel injury. I think it's more of Saka need to play. That's just for me.
You don't think he's injured?
I don't think so.
Because I think he would have cooked the shit out of Burn today if he was out there.
Definitely would have. And Saka is still being forced to play football, man. Let's be honest. And Saka really need to be coming off the bench for right now to get his fitness back.
Yeah.
Because the more we keep doing it, trying to start him, is the more problems gonna come up. Even though he's a target by defenders, he is a big target.
Yeah.
You see what Jonathan did in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, coming into a game, you know who to take out.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? In prior seasons, you shut down Saka, you kick the shit out of him, and you force him to have an average game. Arsenal don't win the game, right? And that leads me to the point where Odegaard comes on. This is when I actually like Odegaard, right? When Odegaard is on the pitch and the creative burden is not 100% on his shoulders. Eze is on the pitch. He's on the pitch. He can do the run around, lead the press, do all that stuff, but can still create, right? That this guy's back pass that he used to split, that he passed to Skelly, that Skelly didn't get over. That's what he's good at. But when he is the only creative player on the pitch in the middle of the park and all of it's his burden, I don't trust him. And this is what I like, that he can come in today on top of, because Eze was giving man the business all game long. So now they know Eze is out here.
Yeah,
now
you can't lose.
That actually worked well for us.
Yep, you can't let loose.
Yeah. So, Odegaard comes on. I think he was good in that. Now I'm interested. He played 15 minutes today or so. Now I'm interested in his level of fitness moving forward. We can actually see a midfield with 1-6, whether it be Declan, whether it be Zubimendi, not both of them, especially at home against West Ham. I could see Odegaard starting next to Eze, next to Zubimendi or Declan Rice, and rest one of them. And we can go ahead and kill off games and then rotate the squad that way. That way we don't have to play 80 strong minutes fighting, getting man injured, muscular strains in that, when we know we need to pick up a whole lot of points in this run because we have some favorable games. Our next 5 games, right, are
Let me see who we got.
West Ham at home, Fulham away, Palace, Palace at home, Burnley away,
Hold
Sunderland.
on, Premier League only.
Yeah, it's Premier League only. Premier League only. I think we're gonna be fine in the champs. I think we get top 8 and qualify. I don't think we do the uh, playoff thing. Just Premier League games. And I might sound a little rich and a little hype or whatever, but I expect us to win all 5 of those games, bro.
Yeah, it's, I think talking about five. I said, yeah, all 5 of them games we should win. Well, apart from Crystal Palace might be a tough one.
Yeah. So
Crystal Palace must be a tough one. We ain't gonna, I'm not. We're not going to slide like that.
Fulham can be a banana skin, not quite sure. West Ham. West Ham is our next game at the Emirates, Premier League game. But Fulham away can be sticky. We didn't win there last year. But this damn Palace side, bro.
Palace,
I know we got him at home, but this damn Palace side, they got some fight in them. They got a top coach. We rate their coach. I'm hearing that he's probably gonna move this year. Maybe go to Man United. Maybe he goes to Chelsea. I'm
really?
like, at the end of the season, I'm like, hey,
Yeah, it's over with if you go to bed.
we might have to be like, yo, Oliver, what's up? You know? But yeah, Palace, man, gotta put some respect on Palace.
Hey man, I think the coach is such a professional, right?
Mm.
And I think he know how to get the best out of his players. One thing I will commend him for is that gay situation.
Yeah.
Do you know what it takes to block a player from going to the club of his dreams, and he still kind of take care of that mentally, and then come back and play for you? Not
Hmm.
just play for you, but a solid performance against the team that he wants to go to. I take my hat off to Gay. He's such a professional as well. That's a defender I would splash money on too. He's so professional, man. He's very very professional. Cause not so many players.
No, yeah, man. Palace, that damn Adam Morton in the middle of the park yesterday. Like, brother, you go. That man could legit. I'm not. This is not an exaggeration. That man could be legitimately up 4-0 at halftime on Liverpool.
Mhm.
This is the same Liverpool team we were scared to attack, and we're meant to be a superior team. They clear cut chances, not half chances. Clear cut chances, 1-on-1 with Allison. That if that game had ended 1-1 yesterday, Palace fans should have been upset. I know you're like, oh, we drew at Liverpool. They're the champs. They're 5-5. We should be happy with a point. That man should have been upset yesterday if they got a point because they completely outplayed Liverpool, man. I'm sorry that this. So I'm looking at the 5 games and I'm saying 15 points, but this damn Palace team has forced me to think like, yo, we really need to tighten up.
Palace is a Palace is a maybe. That's a 9 o'clock game too. It's gonna set the tone for the weekend and the next week to come.
Yeah, see, if we were going to Selhurst Park, I'd be very worried about it. But then again, I'm thinking, shit, they came to the Emirates last year and it was 2-2. We didn't beat them, but they had Eze and we didn't. Now we have Eze. And last year when we went to Palace, it was 5-1. We actually have a good record there. We beat them 5-1, and the year before that, it was 5-0. So we play well there. But this version of these fuckers look very hard to beat. And I'm, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the next couple of games we have to really tighten up. But yeah, big up to Palace, man. The Palace did their thing, and how the poetic justice of Eddie giving Liverpool their first loss. A former Arsenal player saying, "Nah, kill that invincible talk," because a lot of the
Yeah,
Liverpool fans been coming in here. Even LFC Monster, a couple of them, they pop up in the chat every now and then. And hey, could we do a cheeky invincible? We're not playing well. We're not having clicked yet, and we're 5-5.
really. They started our conversation too early, man.
So the conversation that was going to change from invincible to quad. Because this is what they do. They're going to do the quad thing now. They're trying to do the quad thing. But even though what could have been an 8-point gap is now a 2-point gap, but we're still behind, right? So we still have a lot of work to do, and we still need them to drop points elsewhere. And I'm hoping that it starts next week at Chelsea. Big Jason Guna, big up to you, bro. Say he doesn't have any bursts. It's that clear. He's not 100% talking about Saka. Yeah, Saka just, and that's the thing. Saka without his burst on the wing is kind of useless, isn't it? You might as well let Martinelli kick and run, because if he kicks it past Dan Burn and runs, Martinelli's win that battle every time. But I guess you can big up Saka and be like, a 60% Saka is still out there and is still producing somewhat. Because we didn't lose the game, and none of the goals or the chances that we missed really weren't down to him. Big up to Kwaja. Said I forgot West Ham. Yeah, I caught West Ham. It's a must win. 3 points away, man. Must win.
The funny thing about Liverpool and Crystal Palace, Liverpool have more possession in the game.
They dominate.
Palace have more shot on goal.
Yeah.
Yo, you see what I'm saying? Palace have more shot on goal, man. That's something to tell you that they're not playing no game.
Yeah. Just to say, Arteta's still the manager one game. I hear that. So here's the thing, right? When the schedule came out, I looked at the first 5 games and I said 12 to 15 points. Now we got 10, fell short 2. But now I look forward to the next 5. And in every single one of those games, the bookies in Vegas, in wherever they bet, Atlantic City, wherever, Arsenal will be favorites in all of those games.
Yeah.
So, so we put those 3 points in the bag, and then Wednesday at home, we focus on Olympiacos. So Olympiacos, are you starting the same 11?
No.
Who you rotating? Because we can't fuck about with this either. I don't want to fall into that.
No, it's not time for rotation yet. But I don't know how good Olympiacos is yet. So I mean,
leading the league.
They're leading the league. I mean, we have West Ham on the weekend. If you want to keep the momentum, it would be bad to start your starting team on a weekday like Wednesday, and then having to start them again on Friday, on Sunday.
Yeah, I think the key players will start. I don't know. I don't think he might rotate Timber for Ben White. I don't know. Maybe. I think there's good quality there.
Definitely.
James Bond said, "What you saying with Wharton over Baleba?" Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Like shit. If you get both of these guys as sitting behind a true number 10 would be impenetrable.
Yeah.
But this is a tough one right here, man.
Wharton is a beast, though.
Yeah, Wharton is and Brighton won $100 million for Baleba. They want big money for it. We already have $1 million DM.
They're doing too much.
Yeah, but Wharton, he comes with English tax, so he probably going to be a big penny as well. But he's good.
120. How old is he? He's like what, 21?
Wharton?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's young. I think he's not that old. He's like 21 or 23. He's not older than 23. But yeah, he is good, man. I don't know. That's James, but you stopped me with that one, brother. Either one, I'm good with. This is like when I look at these two names. Not saying that they're these two players, but I look at them like Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira. Like either one of them, good with.
Easy.
Yeah, but he's an absolute monster. The way he and the Liverpool midfield ain't no joke, And
absolutely not. And he took over from them.
Yeah, Slat took off.
Yeah.
He took off the damn, he's 21. Slat took off the right back, Kwanzaa, and brought on another attacker. I think he brought on Gakpo at halftime. So he had, 4 people in the midfield, and Just bossing it, man. G. Will said, "What you been saying about Odegaard playing as an 8, or at least giving more freedom to play across the front?" Yeah, man, that's been
Yeah,
solidified. Man, look like prime Ozil. Yeah, you can't be down 1-0 and give Odegaard the ball and be like, "Yeah, it's all down to you to create." He can do it, but in this capacity, when there's another creative player on the pitch that can relieve the pressure, like a Eze, you know, Eze, man, Eze is just class. A lot of time Eze got the ball to them, like, oh, he's about to lose possession. Man would just do a
hell
quick.
no.
Like, who knew? This is what we've been asking for, right? This is what we've been begging and screaming for. Play Eze in the 10. Give him a healthy dose. Give him 90 minutes of that. If we lose, we lose. Right?
But at least you're gonna have some creativity.
Yeah, but don't leave this man on the bench at Anfield. Don't leave this man on the bench at City at home. Now it looks even more criminal. Because this game was just as tough as those.
Right.
And
We got out of it. We got out of it like a champ. This how champion was supposed to win a game. Finish it off, regardless what time it is.
yeah. So, right now the table look much better. I'm still, I'm still kind of annoyed that we didn't, pick up, 3 points at City or versus City or Liverpool. But the 2-point gap looks a hell of a lot more manageable than 8, because it really could have been 8, right? Liverpool did the business, and we were down for 80 minutes not 80 minutes. We were down for a heavy portion of the game and could have lost this damn game. So, the fought back. Big up to him, Gabriel. You put a corner in the right spot anywhere near the goal, Gabriel. This is what he does, isn't it? My captain.
Yeah, I think
he had a blunder with the push in the back thing, but he redeemed himself, bro. It was it was a redemption game for him in the same game.
I think I mean we got 9 goals difference. We gotta keep that clean sheet or keep that goal against us at a minimum, because that's gonna count at some point in this table. City is not too far. The league, we're not in December yet. January ain't hit yet. So conceding also is key as far as losing as well.
Yeah, I was annoyed that we conceded. I'm not gonna lie. I was really annoyed that we conceded that. Even though I predicted 1. Whenever there was a spell there where they got like 2 or 3 corners in that quick succession, and I was like, shit. These big guys, if they do a flick on, because a flick on in the box really, is dangerous. No matter how good your defense is, a flick on that is ping pong. That hit anywhere. It could be an own goal and that. So, but we were defending the corners really well, and what they did was they made a tactical adjustment to not go direct and play the corner short and forced our defensive line to shift. That's how they ended up with the mismatch with Walter.
So here's the question though. What was the change of halftime with the defender with Masquare? Why you think Arteta took him off?
Because he gave the corner away.
The corner for the goal?
Yeah, it was an unforced error. Like he was trying to do a back pass to Raya and just kicked it straight out of bounds. And it's one of them ones where the commentary put it in the air. If they score from this, it was an unforced error. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. And they've already had 4 or 5 corners, so they've had a rhythm of practice. They see something in the box that they can adjust to. Yeah, so he kicked it straight out. I didn't. It was kind of harsh, but right back used to be one of that positions where, hey, if it's Timber going out and Ben White coming in, we're calm. Now we got the same quality depth at center back where one of our center backs is going out. No one is complaining.
Right.
Big Saliba is coming in. So yeah, I was calm.
But, so that's one of Arteta in-game adjustment, huh? You like that?
Yeah, the thing is, right? Yeah, I had no complaints about Saliba coming in because I was thinking he was gonna start.
Right? Yeah.
Like shit, Saliba not starting. I understood why he started. Played midweek, played a full 90. Recovering from the ankle injury still. So it was a good 53 minutes for him.
About to sign a new contract.
Yeah. So it was calm. I just hope that doesn't affect Mosquera in a bad way.
Nah, I don't think so.
It's his confidence. So he could see he could get a start on Wednesday versus Olympiacos. He's definitely playing in the cup game next month against Brighton.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna get plenty of playing time. But yeah, uh that was the move. It was a cheap corner to give away.
Yeah.
And yeah, because we conceded from it, I think he just decided to hook him. But let me see who else came on.
Moreno.
Yeah, Marino came on and scored. Martinelli came on. Even Skelly came on and could have had an assist from this guy's back. Odegaard.
I want Skelly in a little earlier. I don't know how you think. I don't know how you think about him defensively or so, because we usually play with three in the defense anyway.
But Skelly came on for Trossard. He didn't come on as a defender. He came on as a winger.
As a winger, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I missed when he came on.
And he was operating high up that space because Calafiori came off, and he brought on who came off for Calafiori? Marino. Yeah, it was Marino. Marino and Martinelli came on. Calafiori and Saka went off.
Right.
So I kind of like Skelly on that side because when you got Eze in the middle of the park, Odegaard doing the running around thing, that outlet on the left side, when the ball gets to Skelly, unlike Martinelli, Skelly can cook whoever's over there. So I kind of like.
He's not afraid to get in the box and shoot.
Yeah, and while we were probing between the 92nd and the 94th minute, we were keeping the ball well, looking for some space. That requires you to keep the ball and hold your concentration. Because Newcastle, anytime they got the ball, they were about to do some shithousery because I think they would have been happy with a point. But I think we did well today, man. I'm not gonna lie. Gee whiz, the Mascara was struggling, looked a bit nervous. In my opinion, subbing in Saliba was very good. Defense cannot be shaky at Newcastle. Then we're mushy in your face. But the thing is with Newcastle, the reason why I wasn't scared at Newcastle is them man don't score goals. They got 4 Premier League goals all season before. Well, 3 before today. Right? They don't score. We don't concede. So before going to the game, doing the preview on the Jordy Dread channel, a lot of the Newcastle fans were in the chat saying, you Arsenal man are mad. We're gonna be up for the game. I'm like, okay, well, you were up for the Liverpool game. You lost that. You were up for the Barcelona game. You lost that. So I know you're gonna be up for the game, but don't pretend that you're the only one that's gonna be up for the game. Like we know what's at stake. And I think last year's version of Newcastle was better. Walter Mata is probably a good player, probably gonna be good, but he's not Isak. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, where he came from anyway?
Frankfurt, Germany. Yeah, he's decent. He's kind of clumsy, but in the air, that's close to your goal. He's 6'6". You have to take his feet from under him. You have to jump and get him up. You let him. Yeah. So that's what Gabriel knew that he had messed up for that goal.
That's why that's what he said. Let me just stay down here. Let me.
Yeah, he kicked that. It was a complete. You remember? It reminded me of the Emirates a couple years ago when Tommy Yasu tried to do a back pass and kick the ball straight to Kevin De Bruyne, and he scored. It was kind of, but good thing this one went out of bounds. BBK, I'm trying to get back in shape again, but I love cheeseburgers. Water, my bro. Water. Do a water diet. It's difficult at first, but just try it. Just no soda, no sugar, none of that shit. Just water. 5 gallons of water a day, and give it a week. I guarantee you'll
no joke, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, great weekend of football, man. It was. But the only thing that could have made this weekend better, bro, is if Spurs would have lost, right? Because everybody else lost. Chelsea got United. These men, bro.
Where are they? Where Richard be at?
They ain't gonna be here. So here's the thing, right? It's not like these men got fisted up to a Ivan Toney Brentford, right? Or a Wissa Brentford. These guys, their coach, their captain, Wissa, And they gave United their best player. Yeah, like their best player was playing for you, man. And like we say, Palace could have been up 4-0. Bro, Brentford could have been up 4-0 in the first half.
Easy.
United.
Easy.
Yeah. I don't know what. And you know what I love most about it? Next, they have Sunderland at home. So they're probably gonna win that. Yeah.
Hold on. They're gonna be who? Sunderland?
Mm-hmm.
With Shaka?
Yeah. They have to.
Okay.
They must. Come on, bro.
With Shaka.
Yeah.
Do you know with Shaka? Sunderland is fifth right now. They lost one game.
Bro, there is no way they can lose to Sunderland at home. And here's the reason why I don't want them to lose. Because if they lose to Sunderland at home, they're gonna sack him.
And you don't want them to sack him.
I want him at the sidelines when they go to Anfield. Because they go to Anfield after the international break. Right? So they beat Chelsea. Chelsea just shit like that. Can't keep 11 men on the pitch. Right? And then they go lose to Brentford. But I hope they beat Sunderland. That way, going into international break, everyone's happy. They got their mojo back. And then international break, they just go back to factory settings. You know,
they're gonna go to international break with an ass whipping. And when they come back, Liverpool will finish it.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I don't care about these men, bro. Let them. Them dudes got 11 goals or score against them in the first 5 games, the first 6 games.
Yeah,
11.
So I predicted going into when I was doing my season predictions, I said that the top 6 was going to reset the traditional top 6. Now the order of them was going to be all out of sorts. Now that's already out the window. There is no way these men are finishing top 6.
Oh, you put United in top 6?
Yeah, they got 1 game a week, a big all that stuff. I'm thinking, okay, man, they said once he got a preseason, he was gonna be okay. But bro, they look so bad. They look worse. I think he's the only manager, pound for pound, that's underperforming Graham Potter. And Potter, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? He's out the window. And bro, shit. I don't know. How you feeling about the you rate Nuno?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, so you think he's gonna give us a low block next week? Because the low block is what people do.
I don't think he's gonna try, but I don't think he's gonna settle in with a new team yet.
Because he beat Liverpool with the low block at Forest when he was at Forest last year at Anfield. Remember that one?
I mean, he was already settled in.
But he knows how to do this low block thing. He's really good at it.
He was already settled in, though. This is a new team. That would be what, second game? First game is tomorrow.
Yeah.
First game is tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he got a week. He got a week to do that.
So this will be the second team in like 3 weeks we're facing with a new manager. Because we had to face Forest with Ange.
Yeah.
and that there was no bounce there. But it's Ange. Ange is still with us. Ange.
He's gonna win in the second season.
Yeah, fucking Zinchenko having a bad time over there, bro. Even in the Europa League last week when Anthony equalizer, right? They're playing Betis. They're up 2-0. The game ends 2-2. Anthony, that Anthony from Man United,
Yeah.
But Anthony is a right winger. Who's responsible for the right winger to track him? The left back. Who's their left back? Is Zinchenko. Leaves him. Man scores. Equalized. Yeah, how we competed for a league title with that guy. That's probably something Arteta needs to embrace for.
You see, Zinchenko was when you shit, yeah. When you just a shit team, you need a stepping stool.
Wow.
And Zinchenko came from Man City. Man City had just won, or whatever the case might be. And you need those type of player to help you step up a little bit. But they're only there for a season and a half. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's bad, bro. He's having there is no way they're gonna make that loan permanent. That he's coming right back to us. So
ship him off somewhere else.
The next transfer he's gonna end up like Reese, like loan. And
Reese, I'm just not sorry for Reese anymore. Because, bro, you came from the same academy as Saka.
Mm.
Matter of fact, you was ahead of Saka.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying he was
Yeah,
the one. Yeah.
Reese, nobody was looking at Saka really. Reese Nelson and Smith Rowe. Saka got into the team as a defender, and he worked his way up there. So we
Yeah.
can't sit here and be babying Reese. He didn't. He really never made it. He really never step up. He need to go on somewhere else at this point because it's just a waste. Need to give other youth academy players a chance.
I think he needs to go to like a different league or something. Go to like the
Yeah,
Bundesliga.
yeah. You need to go to no. You need to go to Germany. You'll be all right.
Yeah, if he goes over there, he can cook. He can raise his profile, kind of like Sancho, kind of. Or
But that's the thing, though. He went there before.
yeah, he did. He went to Hoffenheim, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he went there, and I think the coach was saying he's not ready.
Yeah.
So if you can go to Germany and not be ready, coming from England, where every other player go out there to boost their momentum, it just ain't it, bro. This is not a. It's not. You're not working for it. Yeah, you're not working for it because it's too.
Super Mikel Arteta got himself back in within 2 points. So 2 points, or AKA striking distance, right? Because now, say we play Liverpool again, it would be at the Emirates, so it's still in our hands, so to speak. They drop points, we capitalize. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was worried that because Liverpool dropped points, it actually put more pressure on the game today. Because had they won, I think they would just went out and played freely. We're like, well, shit, they're 8 points clear. Let's just see what we can do to win the game. But the fact that the window was wide open and they lost, they didn't draw, and we could close the gap. There was pressure there, but like I said, the boys in the first half actually looked good. They just was wasteful, and if we can work that out, if we can get Gyökeres firing, especially as we go up against a low block next week against West Ham or against Fulham 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now, we need to get Gyökeres scoring, man. We can't have this. He's 3 for 6 now. We just need to. He needs to hit the net from open play, like he did at Forest. Because I think if we get him firing, we can really go on a run of games. And we need that. I need to look on the table and just see green, bro.
Right,
green.
they need to do more drills of him just running down from a through pass and just hitting the ball.
You know what it is, for me,
running
right?
Down from a through pass and just hitting the ball.
I think that because we had Man United the first week of the season, and the guy who manages United coached him for 2 years at Sporting and knows him well, kind of gave the league the blueprint on how to play him. If you turn it into a wrestling match, because that man was just out there, it was like UFC, bro.
Yeah,
and you can tell that it does affect him. It does bother him when he gets into a fist fight. Now the onus is on him to adapt and overcome that, because in Portugal, a lot of his goals he was brute force, running off the shoulder, kind of like how he ran off the shoulder in the Port Vale game and that pass from Max Down. That's where he's. But then the Premier League teams aren't going to give you that luxury. They're going to fight with you. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though you gotta push man off you, or you just gotta get faster.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you, if Havertz come back and Havertz start putting in that power run and shooting, he's gonna sit the bench.
Yeah, but hey, I'm fine with that if Havertz comes in and scores. But if Havertz comes in and he's just still doing the link up thing, and nah. But
that's Arteta's number one child.
Yeah, it would be a beautiful option to have when some of these men get back fit, and then we can have horses for courses. Because I want to see games where Eze and Odegaard is on the pitch. I don't want Odegaard starting in front of Eze in like games where we need to unlock people. I really think he can thrive next to Eze. He needs a creative player next to him, and he's like a Robin. He's not a Batman in a creative space. He's more of a Robin, and Robin's important. Robin is very important. So I'm here for it. Man. But yeah, big up to the boys. We can shit on Man United all we want, but at this point, it don't even feel good talking. I feel like I'm beating up a child when I talk about United.
Hey,
just let it.
United is a big team. Not being of no child. United is a big team.
That's what it feels. But how do you punch up someone that's 15th though? And like you end the season on negative goal difference, and you start the season on negative goal difference,
Hey,
and,
that's on
and,
them.
and still try to have chest for man that's up in the. They should call us sir and mister when they speak to us. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't even want to.
And they be the man with the most banter. When that team playing, the chat is quiet. So quiet. Who said it was Leo? Leo's like, watch when they're watching other teams play.
Yeah.
And so I was on Richard this morning. I'm like, bro, you was not talking during your game yesterday.
Yeah. Hey, you see Welbeck still scoring goals, bro.
Yeah.
At 34. You know, when I looked at I was like, damn, Welbeck is only 34. Why I feel that man was 40 something?
No.
I thought
Because he always looked hurt. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He was always off, injured.
Yeah, man scored a brace. You know, man came on in the 60-something minute, finished off Chelsea. So how is that? Like Welbeck comes off and he's already on more goals than Sesko. As a backup striker.
So some men were crying, talking about Arsenal to get Sesko.
You know, I don't think he's a bad player, though. You know, I really don't. I don't think he's a bad player. Just like I don't think Mbeumo is a bad player. I think Mbeumo is good. I wanted Cunha at Arsenal. There's just something there. There's some juju there, but where it's just that the players just don't believe in what they're doing, right? When the Brentford players or any other player, any other team takes the pitch now against them, there is no aura there. They just see 11 men. They're just like, yo, this is just 11 regular dudes. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at anybody and be like, there's some fear factor there, or we in for a long day today. Bro, the way Brentford was passing the ball around, they're being managed by a set piece coach, you know. Man is a set piece coach. Man doesn't have a long. Yeah, Brentford is being managed. Kevin Andrews, I think his name is. He's a set piece coach, bro. You know what I'm saying? But because he don't, do interviews and wear Prada and Montclair and shit like that, he don't really get a lot of media coverage.
Man had Konya and Bamo and Sesko up top, bro.
Yeah.
That's like number one player from the teams that they came from. These are find this person on the team to create. I remember it was January. Everybody was fighting to get Konya.
Mm-hmm.
And the man still boxing up people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would have had him at Arsenal. I rate him, bro. I think Konya is good.
No, I rate him. But man.
So what you think about the like what I said earlier about the top 6 resetting this year? So it's clearly like United ain't gonna be in it, but you think
United is not part of that.
Was it last year? Was it Forest that spent like most of the year in the top 4? They kind of fell to the end. It seems like Palace could be this year's version of
Forest.
Yeah, and actually finish in a European spot. Because that Glasner man, and I'm glad he's getting the recognition he's getting, because he comes off as a really good tactical coach, man.
Yeah, he is. If you've seen the way he adjusts his team, I think it's very on point. Yeah. And he don't panic. He don't panic on anything. He speaks to what he got going on and just make a little bit adjustment whenever that needs to be. Yeah. And his substitution was on point. Substitution definitely on point.
You bring on Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought he was going to bring on Eddie and take off Mateta. He had them both on the pitch. That means he was going.
He wanted to win. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He wanted to win.
Yeah.
Any other person will probably want to take off Mateta.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you I read Mateta very highly, man. It's just.
I got to hold my hands up again. This is another one that I got wrong on Mateta. Maybe I shouldn't have been like, because bro, his performances has been efficient. He's just been, I'm gonna tuck my shirt in like an old school baller, and I'm gonna go about the business. Yeah, he's just man. I'm not gonna lie, he's impressed me, and he should have had a damn hat trick yesterday. To be fair,
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
man.
Mateta is a beast, bro. He can stand up on the defense and hold them.
Yeah,
Now, if you're coming too much on him, he gonna let the ball go.
yeah. I remember him
You know,
dinking last year from the halfway line and shit, man. I'm like, oh damn. But the thing is, right?
Marlon talking shit. Marlon, I always rated Mateta, bro. It was
Yeah,
Timbers I didn't rate Mateta.
yeah. I just yeah, it's
Yeah,
the thing for me, man. When I'm thinking Henri and Van Persie levels as the Arsenal striker, I want our strikers to be on the best strikers in the world
but here's
conversation.
the thing though. Henry learned how to be a striker with Arsenal.
Yeah,
He's
but then,
still,
you know,
he's still in
but he
that spot,
Premier
and
League
then
is
he became that guy.
yeah. I just don't. But yeah, Mateta, I'm not gonna lie, he's earned my praise. So big up to him. I just don't. Here's the thing, right? I just don't think if Arteta lost, say Arteta had the team and he lost, Eze and Olise, these are two big name players, right? Two players who are right on the cusp of world class talent. You lose those type of players and still plug and play with players like Pino and Sar and still look this good. That's coaching, bro. So
Yeah. I mean, I've always rated Saab. Yeah. I mean, long time ago, I would
yeah,
have got the star from Watford
yeah,
before they got relegated. When they
yeah,
got relegated, I would have got him for cheap.
yeah.
Long time ago. I just gave him props for keep pushing and the determination that he made it back into the Premier League. But he was always a baller for me.
Yeah, he was good at Watford, bro. I remember that game right before COVID, before when they beat Liverpool like 4-0.
Yeah, man, used to play with Troy Deeney.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been a real good player, man. But yeah, Sar, Pino, Wharton. Yeah,
Yeah.
like tell you what, you put Eze and Olise back in that team, and I'm saying like, yeah,
They,
Palace,
they,
they
they win,
definitely position in a European spot.
they
But they're
winning it.
some big talent, and and yeah, big them up, man. And we appreciate what they did yesterday for football because Liverpool almost. Did you see that Salah handball thing that everyone's talking about?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I didn't see. I heard there was a handball for the Chiesa score. I haven't seen it, so I can't even speak on it. But the big.
What do you think? Say Liverpool lacks strength and balance. What strength are they missing?
I asked the Liverpool fans that come in here a lot of when they were buying all these players in the transfer window. I asked them if do they think that Slot's tinkering with the team too much. Um, because they signed a lot, right? They brought in Ekatike, Isak, Frimpong, Bird, Sturkes, and these are first team players. That was a lot of change. I, I think they miss the creativity at right back from Trent because Frimpong, he was good in Germany, but he ain't Trent. And there's a ball that Trent used to play that really used to relieve pressure, the diagonal switch.
Yeah.
Frimpong, that's not his game. Yeah, I just think Verts is having a hard time adjusting to the Premier League, bro. Because in Germany, there's you get a half a second longer on the ball, and I just think he will eventually come good. But right now, I just think he's struggling to the point where Slot is like, I'm not gonna let your performance drag the team down. So he benches him, brings his title-winning midfield back in, because those guys, they know the system, they know the drill, they know who's gonna be where and what phase of play and all this shit. But yeah, I think they just got some gelling to do. I think the young striker Ekatike, I think he feels some type of way about being second fiddle to Isak, even though he started the season well.
Ha ha.
You know?
I'm telling you, problem would definitely come from over there.
Yeah,
Because dude started with a bang.
yeah. He
He
started
started
with
with a bang and a tug on his shoulder.
yeah. But he's a young guy. It's a World Cup year. It's very difficult to get in that squad, because Homeboy just won the Ballon d'Or, so that left side is his. Mbappe is Mbappe, so that's two spots in the front line gone. Marcus Thuram and Deschamps have a relationship. They, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough to get into that front French
Oh
team.
no, you talking about the French team?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
he's not. I don't
he's
even know. They're not even gonna call him. The
and
the
I'm
coach
saying,
for Cameroon, the
huh?
coach for Cameroon just shut him down because Cameroon been calling him for a long time.
Really?
Yep, Cameroon been calling him for a long time, and dude been pushing him off because he won the France. So recently, the Cameroon coach, just like, nah, we not second choice, so we don't need you.
Bruh.
Yeah, talk about Ekatike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a country, so it's Cameroon.
Oh shit. But that's what I think it is. I think the pressure of him wanting to get in the French squad and the fact that Isak had scored in that game and the whole day was gonna be at Isak when he
Yeah,
scored that and he's like, yeah, don't forget about me and got himself
it's
suspended.
over his
Because I
hurt.
really helped him yesterday. He really could have. But yeah, they had no other striking profile to turn to. And when Isaac ain't scoring, then they got to turn to Chiesa. You know, you know, and
Yeah,
Gak hasn't been great this season either. He started the season kind of slow. So, you know, I don't know, man. I don't. I,
yeah,
I
yeah.
want them. I want them to have a bust up. I want him to keep tinkering with that team, and I'm hoping for a Chelsea upset next week. And let's be like, bro, on their day, Chelsea can get a 1-1 draw against Liverpool, right? If Palace can beat them, Chelsea can
Mm.
get something from them. It took a worldly free kick for them to beat us at Anfield. Um, Chelsea can't get up for a game. No one saw Chelsea beating PSG 3-0 in the Club World Cup.
I
I
was
mean,
Club Walker more preseason, man. Just yeah,
it was PSG. It was the best team in Europe.
yeah, but it was still preseason, man.
PSG wanted that cup. They wanted to clean up every trophy.
I know they did, but Chelsea was just on the ramp.
Oh well, shit. I'm calling it now. This week's prediction show. I'm not picking the Liverpool win. I ain't saying I'm picking the Chelsea win, but I'm thinking Chelsea getting something. They got to have some kind of pride. They can't lose 3 games in a row.
No, Chelsea gonna come out the Ronaldo.
Yeah, so Chelsea get a 1-1 out of that. We beat West Ham. We were right back. We were right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it is, man. But yeah, big up, bro. I'm gonna get up off the internet now and go do some yard work.
Make sure that's done.
Big up
Appreciate the invite, man. Always gone up for life.
for life. You know how it is, man. We got our 3 points. Everyone else lost except for City. We
Up
move.
there.
We move. Big up, people. Big up to all the contributors to the chat. Love for the love, people. I can always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.